What's going on, guys? Alright, so I replaced a bunch of capacitors on this. Didn't do anything. Tested all the voltages, everything was normal. Spent quite a bit of time on it yesterday. So, when I first got it home, it worked. And I knew it was going to do something funny because of what the guy told me. So, I talked on it for, I don't know, 20 minutes, no problem. Shut it off. Turn it on the next day. And that's when it shut down on me. And now it's never come back on since. So I started to investigate stuff and, been reading the manual here and, going in here and checking things out and reading other people's postings on it and stuff like that. And so at first I thought, well, it's got to be a power supply. So, there's a bunch of really large capacitors down in here. But they really don't read funny and everything. Tested everything, there's a couple test points here. Then there's there's a bunch of heat. I didn't really find any bad solder connections. So, the board doesn't really have anything obvious. These aren't supposed to be soldered on there anyway. So there's really nothing what they would call cold solder joints. So what I found out was if you turn it on and you have one digit, you can change that digit. What you're looking at is the 10 Hertz resolution. The PLL is unlocked. But when the PLL unlocks, it doesn't blank out that digit. And if you look here for a second, you can kind of see what band you're on. If I go up, see it says 7. Go up one more. 10. So 7, 3. We went a little further. Okay. It's really hard to see it. So when you very first turn it on, you can tell that it's on 80 meters. There's no sound. You can change these buttons. They do all that. So what I read was the PLL is unlocked. Everything else is running, but the PLL is unlocked. So when you have an unlocked PLL, the radio won't do anything. You can't receive, you can't transmit, you can't do anything. But everything else can be changed. So what we have with this one is a PL unlock condition. Just to figure out why. Where. And it probably has nothing to do with anything on this top of the board. At first I thought, well, maybe it's something to display. Well, even if the display was bad, it'd still have received. So it's a PLL unlock issue. So I wasted time replacing capacitors on it. And it's going to be a PLL unlock. I don't think there's probably any bad solder joints on this board, but there probably is on the PLL board. So, that's where I'm at on the radio, and that's why I told the guy, I was like, it's going to be a bunch of crap probably. I've already been working on this thing a couple hours. So, a normal repair guy probably would have already had it fixed by now, but I'm not, but how many guys are there out there that are skilled in fixing these kind of things anymore? But yeah, no, I've got several hours into it, and So I kind of knew that anyway. So we'll be looking at various places that could unlock the PLL. So I'm going to be reading a lot of stuff.